I did a couple more races in 2018. And in 2019, then we started dating in 2019. And so then he went to all my races, I went to his races. I would definitely say it was love at first race. It was. Like, by the time we started racing together, we were definitely clear where we were with each other as far as hearts go. And he always had jokes, and then we went cycling, and I would call it like a charity ride when he went out with me because he was so strong on the bike. 50 races by 50, it's just funny. That goal, like Mark was just out eating up every race that came across. I think he would have definitely way exceeded that by his 50th birthday. Yeah, he wanted to just get all of the medals. He wanted to keep having his breaking his own records and podium whenever he could. And he would have eaten that 50 by 50 all the way out.
Looking good, woohoo! Team Allen.
One of the last races of the year in 2019, it was a half Ironman in Augusta, Georgia. He had done Ironmans before. It was my first one. Okay, wait.
It's okay. Take a deep breath. It's okay.
Race day, morning, but it's still dark. No sun is out yet. You know, his energy was a little off, but that's because he did not like the swim part. I can tell you now that Mark wouldn't be upset if the swim got canceled. Like sometime if the water conditions aren't right, swim will get canceled in a triathlon. For me, I'm like, no, because I want to do a try. He would be okay with it. I saw him jump in when the whistle blew and it was his turn. He jumped in and he hadn't kept going. He stopped at the very first kayak because they have kayaks in the water so that you can rest, catch your breath if you need to. So for me, the Ironman was like a total race against the clock. You have, I think, 8 or 7 hours to complete the half. And I needed all of the time because of the bike. But I noticed he wasn't swimming. So I swam backwards to the kayak to see if he was okay. And I was like, babe, you all right? And he says, I think he just nodded yes. And I was like, all right, well, you ready? And he was like, just go. So I went. And the whole time I'm swimming, I'm thinking, he's probably in the water. He's probably behind me. I finished it though. I finished the swim portion. I was so excited. I'm walking out of the water and I was literally maybe knee high in the water getting out when a race official had come over. And he said, are you here racing with someone today? I said, yeah. And he goes, okay, we're just gonna go get your things and then we're gonna take you to the hospital. I'm like, what happened? Like, why? And I'm confused. I'm like, what? And it still didn't dawn on me that something very bad had happened. But when the woman came out, she said he's here, but like almost like he wasn't gonna live. And everything just like crashed. It just was a crash. Everything, one of those things, you don't see it coming and you can't believe it. I will tell you, for over a year, I was so sure that I was having a nightmare. I was so sure I was going to wake up. To this day, he had no memory of what happened at all. So to this day, like, one of the things I just so wish I knew was what made him get out of the water. Because he was fit, he was strong. Mark went hard at everything he did. You like have to really realize, like, God really orchestrated that day so that those wouldn't be his last minutes on earth. I can't ever count like how many thank yous or how grateful I am to Alex and Stephanie for like being the ones that were there in the moment. They were just regular people, you know. work?
Southwest Leadership Academy Charter School.
Where do you work?
Southwest Leadership Academy. I think that everybody needs to learn CPR because it saved my life.
You just never know. And to know that you could potentially be that person that changes a person's direction in their life, you wouldn't want to not be that guy. Like I think everybody should know CPR. I had a nurse teach me in the hospital because I was like, I can't not know what to do. And so she's like, let me teach you. So the hands-on, she taught me. But I can imagine if I was somebody like Alex who was witnessing someone having an emergency and I couldn't help at all.